What's up, you guys? It's Layla Lynn, and I'm back with another video. In this video, I want to talk about Gizelle Bryant trashing Married to Medicine. She says it's messy and it's overproduced, and I actually think she speaks for a lot of people. A lot of people are not feeling this season of Married to Medicine with all of the exes on the show. Like, it's just too much manufactured drama. So in this video, we're going to get into what Gizelle said about Married to Medicine, and we're going to get into Quad reacting to that scene where it looked like he was manipulating Sweet Tea to make her think whatever he did next was her fault. Like, it was a really disturbing scene. So we're going to get into Quad's reaction to that. And we do also have another update on the ratings, and I feel like this update says it all. So if you're not familiar with me, I'm Layla Lynn. I do celebrity news and nostalgia, and I also cover the Housewives, Real Housewives of Atlanta, Potomac, and I cover Married to Medicine. All right, let's start with what Jizzy had to say about Married to Medicine. This is her fellow Bravo show. And shout out to the Neighborhood Talk. The Neighborhood Talk posted this clip.
Tell you what I don't love.
What don't you
Married
love?
to Medicine.
Oh,
So I like those ladies.
yeah.
I like the show.
Okay.
I don't like what the hell is happening.
What is happening?
So I know you don't know,
Mm-mm.
but I got caught up into the Matrix
Okay.
and I turned on my TV and it was there.
Okay.
And all I saw was, because we know Phaedra's on the show
Uh-huh.
and they were on a cast trip.
Okay.
And here comes Apollo
Okay.
joining them on the
Okay.
trip.
He's not a doctor. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
With his wife.
Okay.
Okay.
He's not a doctor.
Who's
Okay.
not a doctor either. Right. And
Phaedra's not a doctor.
and so
Confusing.
so Heavenly,
It's quite
who is a doctor,
Yes.
invited Apollo
Okay.
and his wife. So they're walking up. So then we cut to Phaedra in her confessional, and she's like, yeah, this is the woman that my husband was cheating on me with.
Okay.
So then we see, like, Shireen, I think that's her name,
Uh-huh.
is the wife. And then we have Quad,
Okay.
who used to be married to
Greg.
a doctor, Greg,
Mhm.
who is now married to someone else
Yes.
on the show.
Sweet tea or something?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And then now Quad is there with her new boo.
Okay.
Okay. So we have all of these exes and all of this mess.
Mhm.
And I'm typically here for the mess because,
Yeah.
you know, I love me some Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
Right. Yes. Okay.
So I am here for the
Yes.
mess,
Yes.
not this mess. I was kind of like feeling bad for Phaedra. I felt like this is, from a producer standpoint, like, this is too much. We didn't cross the line. It's just too much.
So, like, did they blindside her? Like
That, from what I understand,
Uh-huh.
behind the scenes, she knew Apollo was coming, but not the wife.
Okay.
And I think because Apollo was at the reunion last year,
But-
with her, so I think,
Oh, right. Okay.
yeah, so I think she was cool with that, but not like you're bringing the wife.
Why is Apollo?
Why is Apollo there?
I don't even understand. Why is he there?
I don't get any of it. It
Why-
don't make no sense. This is the whole thing is set up to be messy.
Yeah, messy.
And
right.
it
That's the only
reeks
reason.
of that.
Yeah.
It reeks of producer produced. It just,
Yeah.
I literally said, no.
And I know a lot of people are blaming Heavenly for bringing Apollo and Shireen on the show. But my thing is, it's not Heavenly's show. Like, she's not executive producing the show. So I feel like either she's going to the producers and asking for permission to bring these people on the show, or the producers are asking her to bring these people on the show. But either way, it has to do with the producers. It's the production. It's overproduced. And we're going to get into how that's affecting the ratings, because I do have an update for you all. But first, I wanted to share what Quad had to say. Quad reacted to the last episode, the last scene in the episode, which was very disturbing for a lot of people who have experienced ABUSE. That last scene was very disturbing. So it was a scene where Sweet Tea was using her best gentle parenting with Dr. G. And I feel like Dr. G, he literally sounded like a toddler. Like, he was sounding like a child. It sounded like she was a mother talking to her child, talking to her little boy. So when people say, you know, mother wound, father wound, like, a lot of people internally are wounded and they're still children. I feel like you could see that with Dr. G, and you see Sweet Tea, who is the youngest one in the relationship, trying to gentle parent him. But you see her saying it's not my fault, because he's telling her And what she's doing is making him hype. So whatever he does to her next is her fault. And that's so manipulative, especially coming from a psychiatrist. It's so manipulative, in my opinion. So Quad posted that scene. And she said, tonight's epi was by far triggering. God knows I do not miss those days. Regardless of what Letitia has said about me to the public, my heart honestly goes out to her. It's abundantly clear nothing has changed with his behavior, only the woman. The cycle continues. But in any case, Dr. Heavenly responded to this tweet, to this clip. She said, this makes my heart heavy. T was so kind and mature in this scene. She was still trying to protect him because she kept telling him be quiet, like she didn't want him to expose himself. She said, it makes me see her in a different light. She was the best thing that ever happened to Dr. G. He doesn't deserve her. He doesn't, which I wholeheartedly believe. I wholeheartedly believe he doesn't deserve, especially a young woman. Y'all, do y'all remember that book, Don't Waste Your Pretty? I forget the name of the author, but I'll put a link in the comments, like a young woman wasting her childbirthing years on him, a man who says he wants to have a child, but really at 60 years old, if he's never had a child, it makes you feel like he's okay with not having a child. And that's why he gave her that 2-year time limit to have a child, because he's okay with not having a child. It looks like he's wasting her time. But I also want to give an update. I want to give an update on the ratings for Married to Medicine, because like I told you guys so many times, this show is near and dear to my heart. And I'm happy to report that the ratings are up for episode 12. Episode 11 was a season low. Episode 12 had 0.46 million viewers in that particular demo, and it's a season high in total viewers. It was a season high. And what we saw in this episode, we saw the final culmination of the altercation between Dr. G and King. So apparently people wanted to see that. And we saw Sweet Tea and Dr. G leave. So perhaps people want to see that. And we also saw Phaedra leave. Phaedra and Chet left. And of course, Apollo and Shireen left as well. So it kind of gives me a hint of what people want to see on the show. And it sounds like it's definitely not Phaedra, Apollo, and Shireen. People want to see the original cast, and it looks like that's why it was a season high, this particular episode. But y'all leave a comment. Let me know what y'all think. What do y'all think about Gizelle trashing the show, saying that it's overproduced? Is she doing them a favor? Like, is she giving them a hint? Is she speaking for the audience by giving that type of feedback? Leave a comment. Let me know what you think about that. And what do you think about Quad reacting to that scene with Dr. G and Sweet Tea? And what do you think about the ratings going up? Now that Phaedra, Apollo, and Shireen have left, what do you think about the ratings actually going up? Leave a comment and share your thoughts. As always, thanks for watching. Now, if you made it this far to the end of the video, then I think you like my content. So make sure you subscribe and check out my channel. I have over 1,000 videos on my channel. Check out my playlist and my podcast, and I assure you, you will like more of my content.